This program proudly brought to you by the exciting new film, Batman and Robin.
Tonight's forecast, a freeze is coming.
Tonight it's a big night of Batman as we take a sneak peek at the brand new Gotham City adventure and speak to the stars of Batman and Robin, George Clooney, Chris O'Donnell, Alicia Silverstone, Uma Thurman and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Then we bring you the movie which started it all, the original Batman.
What are you? I'm Batman.
Good evening to you. Thank you for your company and welcome to this very special presentation. Well, here we are at Warner Brothers Studios, Burbank, California, the home of some of Hollywood's hottest hits, including, of course, the Batman movies. Now, before we meet the stars of this new movie, let's take a quick look at Batman and Robin.
You're not sending me to the cooler.
Now, didn't your mother ever tell you not to play with guns?
I hate when people talk during the movie.
Tell me and I'll kiss you.
Kiss me and I'll tell you.
This is why Superman works alone.
Chicks like you give women a bad name.
What an incredible looking film. Batman and Robin is, of course, the fourth Batman movie. Michael Keaton played the original Caped Crusader in the Batman film we're going to see a little later tonight. Val Kilmer starred in Batman Forever. And now, star of the hit TV series ER, George Clooney, plays billionaire philanthropist Bruce Wayne and Gotham City's Dark Knight, Batman.
I freeze. I'm Batman.
Were you a Batman fan as a kid?
Sure. I used to make little statues of Batman, and I had a Batman, I have a picture of myself as 3 years old in the Bat costume.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow. You got a copy of that here?
No, I don't.
Someone's going to pay a lot of money for that.
I know. My dad's going to make some cash off of that. First bidder.
So how different is it working in a film like this to working in a TV series, a hit TV series, albeit?
Completely different. Well, television series are probably the hardest things to do. Our television series are the hardest things for actors to do. It's not, you know, compared to coal mining, it's not hard. But you do, on our show, we do 10 pages a day. Now, most television shows do 7 pages a day, which is tough. So we work 12 to 14, sometimes 18-hour days every single day. We do a dialogue that we don't understand because it's Latin. It's all doctors speak. We learn this kind of ballet with, you know, learning to be doctors. You have to do everything fairly accurately without hurting anyone because you're not really doctors, so you can't really compress a chest when you do this. So everything has to be, you're somewhat of a magician, too. You can't really stick a tongue depressor or a laryngoscope down the throat of a guy. You have to fake it. Where do you think you're going?
It's not a bat light, it's a Robin signal. Ivy's calling me.
Her name is Pamela Isley. I saw her talking to Gordon. She must have stolen his keys and changed the signal.
Yeah, she did it for me, for love.
She's infected us with some sort of pheromone extract.
Oh, is that what it is, Bruce? I'm under some kind of magic spell?
She wants to kill you, Dick.
You would say anything to keep her away from me, wouldn't you? To keep her for yourself.
I just have a lot in common with George on a personal level. I mean, we're both real into sports, you know, basketball and golf, and he's just really fun to hang around the set with. You know, guy's got more stories than anyone you've ever met. He sits there and just talks and talks and tells you these stories. And you're like, come on, this can't actually have happened. You know, this didn't happen. And he's like, I swear it happened.
I need a name. Batboy, Nightwing. I don't know. What do you think? What's a good sidekick name?
How about Dick Grayson, college student?
Screw you. I just saved your life. You owe me.
You are totally out of control. You're gonna get yourself killed.
You're looking at your new partner.
No.
Bruce, whenever you go out tonight, I'll be watching. And wherever Batman goes, I'm gonna be right beside him. I mean, how are you gonna stop me?
I can stop you.
Al, hang this next to the bat suit, where it belongs.
I got along great with Val. I didn't hang out and goof around on the set with him like I do with George, but I got along with him fine. Only problem I ever had was when he spoke real quietly. You know, Michael Goff and I would be doing scenes with him in the Batcave, and he'd be talking, be like, what? We can't hear you, because it's a big Batcave, and he played Bruce Wayne with a real kind of low voice, which was cool in the finished product. But for the other actors, we were like, and finally it was so funny, because at one point Michael was just like, I'm sorry, I can't hear him.
Val Kilmer, who was doing it before, had a conflict of schedule. He was going to do The Saint. And so the part became available. And then Joel Schumacher called me up and said, do you have any interest? And I said, oh, you mean to be in that little independent film you're doing? And I jumped at the chance. It's you know, for me, it's a huge break and a huge opportunity, and I'm very lucky to get a chance to do it.
What's the first step? Surf's up!
It's as much about the special effects and the sets and the costumes as it is about the actors and the characters. I mean, it's just amazing the way they put everything together. And, you know, I get to sit back and watch it and be like, that's my face, you know, that's me jumping there. And I don't know how they did that, but that was me, supposedly. And it's great because the special effects, the stuff they did is just unbelievable.
Chris is really, really professional as far as the only way. No, he was really good about knowing how, I mean, he had everything, and he's so cool. Like, you know, he'd show up and he was like laughing with everybody, and he was telling all these jokes, but he knew what he was doing when he had to do it, and he was on when he had to do it. And I'd just go like, what are you doing? What's going on? And he'd tease me and not tell me. And I'd be going, really, I need to, what just happened? I'd be freaking out. He'd get me into such a frenzy. And he'd go like, I'm not going to tell you. And they both would stand there not telling me what was going on. And then I go, George, you don't know either, do you? You really don't know what the hell's going on. And they're like, that's the secret. You just don't know. You just pretend you do.
Please be looking for me.
Actually, I'm looking for Alfred Pennyworth. Uncle Alfred! Uncle Alfred!
Oh, my dear, what a most wonderful surprise. How in the world did you manage? Thank you again. Oh, my dear, you're so kind to your old uncle.
I've got something in my bag for you.
Oh, my goodness, no.
Joel Schumacher called me when I was doing press for Clueless in Japan and said, would you like to be Batgirl? And I said, okay. Why not?
It's quite a call, isn't it?
And it was, that's how it happened. It's really good for an actor internationally because you can, I mean, this is the hugest movie. I don't know any, I mean, it beats the dinosaurs, I think. I understand it beats the dinosaurs.
Your career's had such a huge, you know, explosion since Clueless. How does it feel? I mean, has it been kind of hard to hold on to the core of yourself, or has it felt like your world's gone crazy?
World's gone crazy, but for good things have happened. I had an opportunity to produce a film, Excess Baggage, that is comes out in August 8th. And I worked on that from beginning to end, and really proud of that experience. It's a real confidence booster, you know? Somebody's telling you, we believe in you enough to let you decide, you create, you have this vision, and we're going to support you in this vision. That's like that was like a really nice, I was like, wow, are you guys sure? Are you guys crazy? Like, no, you know, why are you doing that? But they did, and that's really nice. You're about to become compost. Using feminine wiles to get what you want, trading on your looks. Read a book, sister. That passive-aggressive number went out long ago. Chicks like you give women a bad name.
Playing a cartoon character, essentially, does that give you free rein as an actor? I guess it does. You can kind of walk out
well,
there.
Well, if you're really stupid, somebody can just say to you, it's a cartoon character. You go, absolutely, it was meant to do that.
Well, it is. I mean, you're playing, it's a
yeah,
it's
it
a
is.
parody, you know?
It is. It's really hard for me to remember that. So I'm glad that you said that. It makes me very happy because it's hard to remember that.
Humanity will...
After the break, we meet the two arch villains from Batman and Robin, Uma Thurman and Arnold Schwarzenegger. An integral part of Batman movies is, of course, the casting of the villains. In previous films, we've had Jack Nicholson, Danny DeVito, Michelle Pfeiffer, Jim Carrey, and Tommy Lee Jones, some of the best baddies money can buy. And in Batman and Robin, none other than Arnold Schwarzenegger tops the bill as Mr. Freeze.
If I must suffer, humanity will suffer with me. I shall repay them for sentencing me to a life without the warmth of human comfort. I will blanket the city in endless winter. First, Gotham. And then, the world.
Just what I had in mind. Everything dead on Earth except us. A chance for Mother Nature to start again.
Well, Richard, Mr. Freeze is obviously one of the most challenging characters that I've played. It's very multidimensional, you know. We see Mr. Freeze as being Professor Freeze, Dr. Freeze, at certain points where he's a really good guy, where he saves lives, where he expands lives and, you know, extends lives and all those kind of things. And through various different kind of circumstances, he turns into a you know, killing machine. And with the makeup took around 3.5 hours every day. And the armor that we put on, all that stuff took also another, you know, 45 minutes to an hour to put on. But that was not really the...
You'd be tired by the time you get rid.
Oh yeah, but that was not the disturbing thing. What was more disturbing was to do the things that they normally do in the action films, now with a 70-pound armor around you. I mean, how do you do that? How do you jump? How do you fly through the air? How do you do the fight scenes? How do you move? How do you run up the steps? How do you run down the steps? I was in the beginning, the first few days, falling all over the place. I just couldn't get my act together because everything is so weird. Your feet, when you walk, you have to walk that far apart with your feet. You know, that when you go up steps, you know, there's metal clunks. The shoes were that long, so you couldn't really get into the steps the right way. You know? So it was really a challenge in the beginning, and then I think the last week when we were filming, I had had my act together.
How's the ticker?
My heart? Perfect. I'm very happy. As a matter of fact, I'm in a kind of shape now already that the doctor can let me see the bill. You know, so I'm doing pretty well. Yes.
Yeah. Do you ever wonder how the kid from Graz in Austria became one of the biggest box office stars in the world?
Yeah, I think about it sometimes. Not that often, but I mean sometimes. Because what's interesting is that I had huge dreams when I was in Austria. And I was very ambitious. And I had you know, a plan on how I'm going to achieve all those things. But all of those dreams and the ambition and all this was not as big as where I went. I mean, you know, I wanted to get into films. I wanted to be a bodybuilding champion. I wanted to own gyms and stuff like that. So it was those kind of ambitions, which is very ambitious. But that I would emerge and get to the place where I am today, I think that that was unexpected, and I'm quite surprised about it.
I got him! Robin, no!
Stay cool, bird boy.
I think that sometimes the movies go overboard with the violence. It's not necessary to do that. I never would take my kids to, see a Terminator movie or so, but I can take my kids to see Batman and Robin because there is really no injury. They freeze, and then as soon as you change the gun back, you can shoot at that frozen person, and then he melts again. So you can undo what you have done. So people see that, so it does not have the appearance of the violence and of the blood and all those things that sometimes in films are unnecessary.
There's something about an anatomically correct rubber suit that puts fire in a girl's lips.
Why are all the gorgeous ones homicidal maniacs? Is it me?
She's sort of an exaggeration of an eco-terrorist gone mad, and shameless, self-obsessed diva, basically. She starts out with this altruistic mouse, yeah. and she goes from there, post-mortem, into just the counterpoint of herself, which is this extraordinary, wicked, fun-loving, clever, smart, loquacious vixen, and that's sort of what she becomes.
So how does this Academy Award-nominated actress, acclaimed actress, get talked into playing Poison Ivy?
Oh, very easily. I mean, there are very few opportunities to do something that you can really do kind of a ridiculous, send yourself up, operatic, larger-than-life, fantastic kind of performance like that. There's just no place for them, and most of the time with good reason. But in the Batman genre, the villains are such fun, and the sort of lineage of people who've done them have all made such memorable performances. And as it's such a unique thing, as a one-off, I thought it would be fun.
Hi there.
Is your thumb the only part of you that's green?
You will just have to find out.
I want us to be together, but I want to make sure you're serious about turning over a new leaf. I need a sign.
How about slippery when wet?
Of trust. Tell me your plan.
Kiss me and I'll tell you.
Tell me and I'll kiss you.
Kissing Uma's not a bad gig, let me tell you, to get paid for it, yeah. That works real well. She's great, and I think I was definitely blown away more than anybody by her.
Chris is a great actor to work with, very professional and very good and very present, and I had a great time working with him. And George is fantastic. He's also such a charming, self-deprecating, friendly person, and that really, really is nice. It makes the experience a pleasant one.
I had a day where I got to kiss Uma Thurman and Elle Macpherson in the same day.
It's a good day.
I just think that's a good day.
Julie, I'm not the marrying kind. There are things about me that you wouldn't understand.
I know you're a dedicated bachelor. I know you've had your wild nights.
Wild doesn't quite cover it.
You'll make someone a good husband one day. But I can't wait around forever. You don't have to answer now. Just think it over. Here's some food for thought.
After the break, Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson and Kim Basinger in the original Batman.